Episode 3: Amphibious Animals, Creatures Living on the Edge. What if the weakest creatures were the first to understand what's happening? What if the animals living between two worlds were the first to pay the price and the first to sound the alarm? Amphibious animals do not live in a single environment. They belong neither fully to land nor to water. They exist on the thin boundary, where even the smallest change can be fatal. Frogs, newts, salamanders, semi-aquatic reptiles. Small creatures, yet their environmental sensitivity surpasses that of many larger species. Scientifically, amphibians are considered living environmental indicators. When they disappear, it means something has gone wrong before anyone else noticed. Their skin is not just a barrier. It is a breathing surface, an absorption layer, a direct interface with water and air. Any pollution, any temperature shift, any chemical imbalance is not just detected, it is absorbed. This is why amphibians were among the first creatures to begin changing, not by choice, but by necessity. In some regions, frogs have begun altering their breeding seasons, laying eggs earlier or later. A desperate attempt to match weather patterns that are no longer predictable. But timing is not everything. Rains may never come, or they may arrive violently. Ponds dry up too quickly, or flood without warning. And eggs cannot wait. Some species have shortened their life cycles. Tadpoles develop faster. They metamorphose before reaching full size. Not ideal evolution, but a race against time. Semi-aquatic reptiles, such as crocodiles and turtles, face a different dilemma. Sand temperature determines the sex of hatchlings. Rising heat creates dangerous imbalances between males and females. An entire generation can be born genetically skewed, and no law can restore balance. Some attempt to adapt. Turtles change nesting sites. Crocodiles shift migration routes, but safe spaces are shrinking. Cities, agriculture, dams, all redraw water maps, and amphibians are trapped. Yet not all disappear. Some species show astonishing resilience. They tolerate higher salinity, resist deadly diseases, adapt to partially polluted waters. But adaptation comes at a cost. Stronger immunity, shorter lifespans, rapid survival, long-term fragility. The most dangerous part is not what we see. It is what we don't. The disappearance of amphibians disrupts entire food chains. Insects multiply. Diseases spread, balance collapses quietly. Humans rarely notice frogs, but their absence creates a void that is not easily filled. Here lies the paradox. Amphibians are not the strongest, nor the smartest, nor the fastest, but they are the most honest. They do not hide change. They do not delay it. They do not adapt socially. They either change or disappear. What if these creatures are trying to tell us something? What if their disappearance is not just an ecological tragedy, but a message? A message saying, the world does not change suddenly. It begins at the margins, with small creatures, in forgotten places. If amphibians are struggling to survive now, what happens to less flexible species later? In the next episode, we move closer to ourselves. Creatures that share our homes, our streets, our daily lives. Domestic animals, and how their behavior changes in a world slowly but steadily shifting around them. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the disappearance of small creatures could be more dangerous than the loss of large ones? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow the rest of the series and discover more deep, thought-provoking episodes that try to understand nature before it forces a new reality upon us.